Okay. Hello, everybody. Time for another art stream. And I also got little Miss Penny right here on my lap. Yeah. Okay, need to. Okay, and now she's going to dusk because I had to lean over to get my microphone. Okay. Alright, sweetie. Yeah, let's get back to the art. Okay. Alright, now let's see for this. Okay, yeah. I was in the middle of working on getting the layers right. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'll put a little subby over here for now. After all, I can't really put it off to the side because I actually want my colors to, I want my colors to match, after all. Okay. Alright. So now for the next color. Yeah, it definitely needs to be darker. You're not chewing on any wires, are you, Penny? Alright, don't mess with the antenna. You just love rubbing yourself against it, don't you? Alright. Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, definitely want a darker value. I feel like I want to be a bit more saturated, maybe? Okay, let's see how that looks on this layer. So let's... Honestly, it's looking pretty good. Let's see if I make it a bit lighter, how all this that translates. Okay, the lighter's not bad, but let's try a bit darker as well. Like it. Okay, what if, let's go back to the middle one right here. What if I saturate it a bit less? How is that come out looking? No, Penny, don't mess with the little Velcro strap thing for my tablet's wire, okay, sweetie? Honestly, I should probably get you a new little toy to play with, but you barely play with them, honestly. Although, I mean, you definitely do it sometimes, just go and start, like, kind of chewing and biting on them, which is a good thing. But yeah, you barely play with them. Penny, no, you don't chew on this one. This is important. And what if I do some more saturation here? You know, I like the last one. Okay. trash that layer. And okay. All right. Okay, and this one should be pretty damn close to here. Think about like this. Okay, I'll need to tidy up this edge a bit. But yeah, I'd say about like that. Again, just gotta tidy up the edges. Oh yeah, I can't get those. Those are on a different layer. No. Okay, looking good, although we need to smooth this out a bit. Alright. That's good. Actually, might want to give it a bit more space. Doing so much of this. This feels like it's a bit like dominating a bit too much. Okay, that feels better. Okay, now for the rest. And again, honestly, for this, I'll just leave this part kind of alone. I'll start from here. Just yeah, like that, and yeah, I'll erase that part after I'm done here. All right. Okay, now it's still like this part doesn't seem as smooth. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right, and then for here, again, I want to give it some space here. But you want to be able to see like how it lightens up. Alright. Okay. Ah. And yeah, as for the next Battle Network stream, I've got an idea of some chips to farm to actually help my library flow better. At least there's not much I can do in the beginning, but I can at least get some stuff. So, well, basically, here's hoping it's gonna go well. I mean, it should go well. It shouldn't be too difficult to get the stuff. It's just gonna be annoying. Okay, now tighten. I'll kind of erase that a bit. Gotta move this little sump here out of the way. I'll just bring an eraser and tidy this up. Yeah. So for Battle Network, that's going well. I mean, honestly, with how I'd say fast-paced 4 is, with the tournaments and stuff, honestly, I might just do some of that chip farming on stream. Just because, again, if I don't, then there's just not going to be too much stuff to actually watch with 4. Because yeah, 4 goes by surprisingly quickly. Which, well, it's a positive and a bit of a negative. Okay, looking good. So I'd say a bit of chip farming isn't the worst thing to do on stream. And now there's any farming, I'm gonna just do that off stream because the best way to get money in there is, well, it's not gonna be just farming green the mystery datas, because you don't really get much from the normal mystery datas. The ones that give you a very good reward are the battle ones. And so, yeah. For that farming, I'd basically just be repeating an encounter with the mystery data and just saving if I get the money, and if I don't, then resetting to try again. Because, yeah, it's I like 4, but going for it a second time, right now, I'm more aware of some of the shortcomings. But, well, just gonna have to deal with it. maybe this wasn't the best color for it. I guess maybe it just feels like it's too strong. Okay, let me try something else. If I had it less saturated, how does that appear? I need to make it a bit lighter in value. Oh, hey Dragon. Glad you dropped by. Okay, no, lighter in value, but saturated doesn't stand out as much. How's your day been going? Yeah, just like in general, how's your weekend been? Okay, let's get an idea. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay, sweet. Okay. So I'm close to it. Let's just lower the saturation even more. Huh. Oh, okay, let's try with that. Yeah, that color is... Okay, yeah, definitely looks better. The other color is definitely, like, too saturated. Yeah, that works much better. Okay, yeah, that works. It doesn't stick out as much. And so, Dragon, is Breath of the Wild Hell still just like Korok seed collecting, or is it something else that's just giving you pain? Yeah, I better update this comment. Just fill that in. Okay. Yeah, the shrines can... Yeah, there are definitely a few shrines that just... I remember being kind of a pain to figure out when I was playing through. And obviously the Korok seeds, well, just the sheer number of them, they range from, this is a very simple puzzle, to, yeah, try and figure this out, dipshit. But, yeah. Good luck with that, by the way. All right. Now the next one. Yeah, that's definitely a very much. Actually, it might be okay, maybe a bit darker, and definitely feels more saturated. Well, let's try this color and see how it works. Okay, no, not matching. What is just like 100? No, definitely not 100. Let's just make this. Let's try here. Ooh, okay, actually, yeah, that might be the color right one for this. Okay. For now, let's just put it here. Rid of that layer. Add a new one. And yeah, this one just right up here in the corner. Maybe I should extend it out a bit further, like. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Try and point it a bit more here. Okay, yeah, add a little extra there. Okay, actually, I think I want to. If I something like that, how does that look? Well, it's not half bad. Actually, let me just. No. Okay, get it like this. Okay, actually, I might want to shrink it a bit. Now that I think about it. Although. This side's probably pretty good. I feel like this side could be shrunken a bit, so let's just try and make a new curve. Like that. Then just clean this little space up. Oh, and get that to a point. Okay, looks good. All right. Okay. And now for the other lapel. Something a bit clean up that little part. Alright, and then just sleeve here, which is honestly should just be a pretty small part. It kind of just starts here, so actually to make it a bit steeper. Something maybe along the lines of this. Okay, that looks good. Oop. Tiny little spot. There we go. Okay, I'd say that's looking pretty good. And let's see how close I got to how close my eyeballing of the value and saturation got to the like color used in the reference. Okay, you got the value about right, but it looks like okay, so let me just lower the saturation a bit and see how that looks. Maybe about 60 or so. How does that come out? It's like on here. Yeah, it does seem a bit more muted, so yeah. Let's just take a look at it and see. Yeah, you can honestly barely tell, but I think maybe it looks a bit better. I mean, I guess that low value, you don't really see much differentiation in like saturation levels, so I mean, all in all, I guess I actually got it pretty good. Okay. So one more game about the origins of the Sheikah. I mean, could be interesting, but I guess just basically just going around a single event, I just can't really see much else you can do with it. I guess I feel like good, like, jumping off points. Well, without Terrico, then you pretty much just, well, you gain like a more accurate version of like what happened in the past of Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I guess I'm seeing them and I'm basically thinking like, okay, I mean that's a good jumping off point, but what else is going to be happening? That's kind of how my brain's working through it. Because I mean, like, if we go back to the, like I mentioned before, like the formation of the Sheikah. So like, wait, is this? Okay, I did not place that down yet. Should do that. But yeah, like we're saying with the formation of Sheikah, just like what exact, like that works kind of as a time period, but what's the main inciting event for what's happening in the game? That's just what I'm kind of thinking of and wondering. Like, it's not a bad idea to start off with, but just definitely feels like you need a bit more. Alright, so that's the shading for the clothes done. Now for shading for the face. Okay, so we're obviously gonna get some from like around the edges of the hair. Okay, so after Raru's sacrifice, yeah, you'd basically be, I guess after Raru's sacrifice, you'd have a period of reconstruction for Hyrule, just after dealing with like Demon King Ganondorf for the first time. Just a period of recovery for that, reconstruction. And then just figuring out, okay, how do we go on with this? You could focus on Rauru and Sonia's child, because, I mean, obviously they had to have had one before, like, both of them ended up, like, dead. Okay, yeah, we could start with that. And that could also be, like, that could also be a start of, like, the ancestors of the Sheikah clan. Just people working to, like, create technology to deal with Ganondorf. Like, once the seal breaks. Like, yeah, Dragon, like, obviously they had to have had a child before, like, the entire Ganondorf situation happened, because, like, Zelda is actually related to them. So yeah, obviously, like, basically, that's a character you can use, that's a character that could be used in a potential game there. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just kind of having a hard time figuring out, like, because we can figure out the, like, period and place, and, like, the character isn't too difficult to start with, but it's just, like, what's the main conflict that's going to be happening? Because obviously, like, if we're going that far past, we can't really use Ganondorf. And I don't know if, like, I mean, maybe you could see, like, the start of Calamity Ganon, like, just that actually being a thing, like, starting there, maybe, but I don't know, though. I mean, honestly, if we're going to be focusing on that as a conflict, then, I mean, honestly, you could just have a game set for, like, the hero that faced Calamity Ganon with the 4 Divine Beasts in the past era. It's like, you could be focusing on the scene that's the subject of that, like, painting that's in Impa's house in, like, the Sheikah village. like a game basically focused around, well, not specifically focused around that scene, but like set in the period that that scene took place in. I mean, it's something. All right. Okay. So we start with this. Now for the first one, I feel like definitely it's a bit lower in value. Also a bit like more saturated, and maybe the hue is a bit more. No. Well, first I should actually get it here. So let's take a look with this. Oh, no, yeah, that is... Okay, yeah, no, that's not the right color. Maybe something like this. Okay, that actually looks close. Maybe I should actually up the value a bit. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting it, but less saturated. Okay, maybe a bit more saturated than that. Maybe the value should be a bit less. Okay, that actually looks pretty close. Okay, I think that last one's good, so let's see. Okay, looks like I'm almost there. I can just like lower it a bit more on both of these. I should. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, gotta swap to the palette here. Alright. Delete that layer, and here we go. Okay, I feel like I should have the shadows like on this side of the hair. Actually, I already have... Okay, I already put the color on the palette. I think I just recognized something that looks a bit strange. Okay, let me just test something out. Let's just... Okay, that actually might... That might work well. Because it just feels like this is part of the, this is part of the hairline on the actual head. And it felt like this was a bit too high and just still showing like forehead. Oh, let me zoom in that close. Okay, so if I go in here, just... Come on, mouse, work with me here. Select that, and... fill that in. Okay, I think that looks a bit better. This gives a sense of continuation of the hairline. Yeah, I'll work with it. Alright. Now back here. Okay, so I feel like I should put it like shade on this side of the hair, but not on, well, I guess shading on both is not exactly the worst thing to do. Well, like, I think if like the light source is kind of like, the idea of C mode is I'm lying down on the ground. So light is just coming directly down, like, I mean, kind of at an angle. So it makes sense that if I have shading here, because obviously this little thing of hair, this little like thing of hair is covering up this from light, so of course there's shade there. But I feel like I'd have more. Did not mean to do that. Oh. So it looks like it's gonna be a. So you're getting a new character in the Age of Imprisonment. Okay. Although, I'll be honest, I'm not too surprised. It's not like there were too many characters they could pull from for that far back, so new characters make sense. Because, I mean, at most we have the, like, champions. Zelda, Rauru, Sonya, and there's not much else other than, like, those 8? Yeah, I think that's 8 people. I mean, it's not like with the, like, Age of Calamity, where we had a lot of characters that we could, that, like, Nintendo could choose from a lot of characters and just show them, like, here's where they were, here's how they were younger, so. Nah. If I go into it, I kind of want to go in a bit blind, so don't post a dragon. Alright. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be... I mean, it'd be a spoiler for the game itself. And so I'd like to just kind of steer clear of that. Like, if they're gonna have any new characters doing stuff, I do kind of want to be surprised. At least Well, I'll be surprised. Like, I'll treat it as a spoiler until they decide to, like, actually put it in an official, like, trailer and stuff. Because if they're deciding, like, yeah, we're gonna show this, then I'll be okay with that, but... yeah. I guess I feel a bit wishy-washy about that, but... I mean, it makes sense to me, so... But, alright. Okay, so let's... Yeah. Okay. I need to figure out something for the eyebrow. Yeah, just gonna need to get a little shading on, like, top of the eye here, eyebrow, and maybe even a little bit on the sides here too, just like actually show that it's supposed to be a shadow. Although maybe I should, like, make it a bit... It's got to be a bit smaller here. I'm just going to smooth it out there. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. It's definitely some... Like, you can find some really weird stuff when you look into... Like... Basically... Like, I was thinking... When you look into, like, these stuff that gets cut from games... Sometimes it's, oh, that could have been an interesting thing. Kind of sucks they cut it, and other times just like... Okay, it's a good thing the development team realized, yeah, no, this is a bad idea. Let's not implement it. Just run to both of them a lot, and... Yeah, I don't really envy people that... Like, game developers and stuff with... Like, all the stuff they have to do. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely a thing that would not make sense story-wise, unless you were doing something like Hyrule Warriors, where they Because I know you can play as a version of Ganondorf in there, and I'm pretty sure it's just basically like, at least for his chapters, it's more as like, oh yeah, here's Team Evil, basically. So yeah, it definitely would have been a bit weird otherwise. I want to not have any shading on this part since it's basically kind of like resting on my face. Yeah, no, Hyrule Warriors was definitely basically just kind of a let's just make a Muso game with just a ton of references and just have it be fun for like the people that have just been long-term fans of the series. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely understand what they were going for with Hyrule Warriors and why they didn't exactly do the same with like Age of Calamity. Like they were going for completely different things with them. Okay, no, I kind of want to leave a bit more like, okay, yeah, like that. My issue is this part needs to kind of let's be more on this side and then kind of be curved be here. Maybe that's why this is feeling off to me. Okay. Feels like it's working. Yeah, not gonna care about adding the blush, but well, this part's definitely to add like a sense of like this is where the chin is, so I want to use that as a reference point. Are you saying it's like two different colors? Okay. I'll just... Alright, I'll work with that. I'll make sure to add in the proper colors afterwards. Okay, yeah, that... Yeah, I could definitely see just... Okay, I guess it depends on the actual voice lines calling to Aster. Yeah, he could have been planned as a playable character. Or they might have been like thinking of just like having the characters actually like, well, basically like react to his actions maybe, but yeah, it definitely wouldn't make sense for that. Like if they wanted to have an entire like evil campaign, then you need more than just Aster, probably. Okay. Yeah, just having him by himself would be weird. Actually, wait, I wonder if I just turned everything else off. Would I have been able to get like the entire thing here? Okay, no. Still would not have been able to. Alright, good to know. Yeah. It's definitely always a difficult thing to figure out, like, how to have a villain character kind of actually come back and, like, not have everyone try and just, like, take them out. It's definitely not easy. I mean, there are definitely situations where you can make that work, but usually they require stuff like literally everything is going to hell in a handbasket, and we basically just need to work together for this, otherwise we all die. But yeah. Not exactly the easiest things to, like, write well. You can do it sometimes, but again, it's not the easiest. Alright. Okay, so this color... use the arrow buttons on that, Cyrus. But, okay. Feels like we're a bit lower in value. Oh, let's just see what happens if I keep the same saturation. No. Okay, what if I up it? How does that look? Okay, lower it. Okay, yeah, lowering it. That worked. Let's see, what if we get to 60? How does that look? Okay, so what kind of weapon were they, like, thinking of implementing and then deciding not to? Well, actually, wait, would it be a new, like a different kind of weapon, or just a unused design? Okay, ancient Sheikah weapons. Yeah, because don't they at least have, like, at least the ancient Sheikah shield? Or is that only used for a cutscene? Okay, I think I got the color I want. Okay. Now delete that. All right. Okay, so for this one, start like here. No, different angle. Making a bit closer to the line here. We go farther out and then we try and catch up on this part. Something like that. Oh, okay. Looks good. Let me just smooth it out a bit. So how did I miss that on this layer? There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, definitely could have been fun to have. Okay, maybe my issue here with this is that we kind of don't go that far out. Okay. Sharpen this up a bit. I'd say it looks good enough. Alright. This side just pretty much right on the edge. Of the entire part. Just have a little bit left showing. And it'll be good. Well, that seems a bit unfortunate. Giant Boomerang isn't that strong. Does it at least have like good utility? Like, can it kind of group enemies together so you can hit them with something else? Because I feel like personally, if I was going to be decide that like Giant Boomerang shouldn't have that much power behind it, I'd at least like put some utility with it. But whether the utility is useful enough is it's an entirely different thing, but I would try and give it some utility. Wait, what layer did I paint that on? Yeah, I mean, I kind of get where you're going from, where you're coming from, Dragon. And okay, first of all, looks like I'm gonna need to. Looks like I made a mistake with what I did, what layer I did this on. So Okay. First, need to actually get this on the right layer, then I can undo that mistake I made on the previous one. And actually, I'm going to do that. The Korok leaf? Okay, I guess it's enough I can get from the fill bucket and just put the rest there. Okay. So now I just no, it didn't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I could definitely see. Yeah, utility of the Korok leaf might be a bit limited. Alright. Now I've finally got that shading on the correct layer. Okay. Now to actually properly shade this. A bit there, but when I get close to where like the chin is, then I want to close the shading in. Like this. Oh, wait. Dragon, are we still talking about weapons that they didn't add in? Like with the Korok leaf and stuff? Because I was thinking a Korok leaf, well, I could actually see it being in there, even if the utility use of it's a bit questionable. But was that just like something that wasn't included? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, fair. Like, spring-load hammer also makes sense to not really put in there. I mean, I think you could do some weird stuff with it in Breath of the Wild, but I'm like not too sure how useful the stuff was, is like the biggest thing. Alright. Okay, just one more layer of shading for the neck area. And looking at this, it definitely looks paler. Maybe about that. Also a bit darker. Yeah. I mean, again, a utility could be if it stuns them for a bit. Like, you can't damage the enemy with this, but you can stun them. I mean, honestly, it could be useful if you're just trying to move between areas and you don't want to deal with a bunch of enemies. Just, like, start swinging it as you're running through. Enemy gets close to you, they get hit, knocked away, stunned for a bit, and you can just keep on moving. But I don't know how often you really want to do that in Age of Calamity and all that. Because honestly, it might just be easier and quicker to just kill them. Alright, okay, so... okay, no, that's a bit... Yeah, that's a bit too gray. Let's up the saturation a bit. Okay, a bit more saturation. Okay, no, let's go halfway. I don't want it too gray, but okay. Oh. Okay, maybe switch my value in saturation levels. See if that gives me something good then. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Maybe increase the value a bit. Saturation a bit. Okay, that might work. Let's try it. Okay, we add that on. Mark this area out. And let's just get to this. Okay, for this shadow, it's pretty much really close to like where the actual chin is, so we get more space to this. What about here or so? And we just fill in the rest here. Something like that. I'd say this definitely gives off just a very tired vibe. I don't know if more shading would help this or not, though. Looking at it, it honestly might benefit me to kind of blend this shadow's edge a bit. Like, let's put in a bit more here. And get to the soft eraser. Okay, that does look kind of nicer. Yeah. Well, what does it look like if I just take that off? No matter what, the weird spot under the chin, like the shading under the chin is going to stand out no matter what, but I kind of need that so you can tell that, like, that's where the chin is, and all that. I honestly don't know how it would look if I tried to kind of extend it a bit, but probably wouldn't end up looking too good. Oh, I guess this one's good for now. Just gotta upload this after the stream, and I got another emote. Okay. Now to figure out what to start with next. Once it loads. Okay. know what one to go for. No, this one doesn't seem like it'd be too... This one seems like I could actually use it for a few things. Just a general, like... Huh? Or... Okay, it's definitely not a huh, it's just... I mean, yeah, the basic is ... It's pretty much just like... I guess it gives a feel of like, okay, I'm processing what you just said to me and I don't know how to react yet. Like, that's the vibe it's giving off to me. Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go with that one. Okay, so it's E6. All right. Okay, so this in the studio format. Oh, okay, I need to click on that one. Although I don't know what to call this one. Okay. Thank you, Saribot, for dealing with that spammer. Yeah, that could definitely be pretty fun. Yeah, man, I definitely feel like with a Muso game like that, they should... Like, it feels like it'd be nice to just have some... Like, some stuff you unlock after beating the main campaign. It's just, like... fun stuff where you don't really have to care how canon it would be. It's just stuff to mess around with. Just stuff that doesn't have to affect the story in any way. It just feels like it'd be fun to have. Like just being able to go back to like the first level and just bring out like end game level gear and powers just so you can mess around on the map. Stuff like that's fun. Okay, still need to figure out what I want to call this one. Yeah, I guess I'll just call it processing. Okay. That should work well enough. Okay. Then just make a folder for all these. Alright. No, it goes outside of the folder. And then we make another one. Okay, is that how you spell palette? Okay, that's how well, or at least that's how I spelled it. I don't know if that's the correct way, but so P-A-L-E-T-T. All right. Okay, so it doesn't seem like too much content went unused, so I guess that's good. And nice to see that they were able to, like, basically use most of what they came up with. Okay, no, that does sound kind of funny. Okay, I put this in the... Okay, make a body folder. Okay. Okay, yeah. Again, the fill tool pretty much fills stuff in, but definitely kind of, well, I guess it fills in everything in the select area, and the issue is more the select tool does not always like select the entire thing. Okay, actually, let's put the hand on a separate layer. Because I might want to have like hair hanging down behind it. Okay, now let's just see if I can... Okay, yeah, just want to fill that little part in. Okay. Then we have this color for the mouth. All right. Then for the eyebrows, we get this color. Need to swap to the right layer, Cyrus. Okay, that's interesting. Looks like I'm gonna have to be a bit careful here. Alright, got that one. Okay, and this one's good. It's not got any like weird little subsectioning and stuff. Okay. And now we just got the eyes. And yeah, I think just go with just green here. All right. Okay. And I can just turn that off, and all right. Okay. Time to color in the body. So how will this fill tool work for this? Okay, actually works pretty well. Keep forgetting. Okay. All right. And I might as well put these two in a folder as well. Okay. Okay, so now time to start with the hair. Okay. But honestly, first I think I'll just do a little stretch break. Just sitting in my chair and drawing does actually kind of, I don't know if I'd say tires me out, but I guess makes me feel a bit lethargic. Because it's not like this is like a really strenuous activity, but I'm just pretty much constantly sitting down and not moving much, so Just need to take a little break to stretch every so often, honestly. Oh, and now that I remember, let me change this to a gray. There we go. Much better. Okay, so... Oh. Gotta get on the right layer first. And maybe try and center this a bit more. There we go. Okay, not bad. Okay, something like that for that side of the hair. Actually, maybe might want to raise this part up a bit, actually. Let's curl this off. Okay. Next, I'm kind of gonna want it to, like, seem like it goes. I kind of want something like that, but I want to kind of seem like it goes with a natural line to above the ears. So. Like that. Yeah, that works. This. Just like how this part, you get the line to go up like that. Alright, that's one side. Although I actually might want to redo the strand in the center. I feel like I kind of want to curve a bit more. The curve seems good. Okay, I think I just need to start from here, like this, but then kind of. No, that. Okay, no, that was a bit much. I think maybe if I just kind of have it start going a bit like that. No, not there. Okay, might work better if I fully get rid of this side and then try and start. Okay. Okay, I know it was on here. This was the issue. Nope. Okay, that looks better. Okay, maybe not that large. Okay, try again. Okay, that one, yeah, no, let's try going from the other side first. That's also a no. Nope. Okay, that. Alright, I like this part of it. No, actually, maybe I should try and. Okay, I actually like that better. Okay. Try and start it up here and curve it down into there. Alright, missed the end point, but that was a good attempt. right. Yeah. All right. Looking good. All right. Don't want to get too close to the head with the hair. Don't want to make it turn down like that. Okay, now that wasn't looking good. Actually, no, at first I'm just going to draw the hair like normal. Then I'll put the little kind of side lock part coming out. There's just like that. Then just erase this part in here and right here. All right. All right. Okay, so now just have. Now let's continue. Well, actually, part of this is going to be. Because part of the stuff is going to be in front of the quality and part of it isn't. Actually, honestly speaking, it's probably gonna be easier if I just draw it all on one layer, and then after I figure out what I want to have be in front and have be behind, just like use the lasso to select and cut it to a new layer, and then just arrange them that way. So yeah, let's just do that. Out. I want this one to kind of hook up top and then curl like down off screen like that. Yeah. Nah, try this one again. Okay, that works, yeah. And then a bit around the ears, at least like something like here. It's definitely supposed to go behind the ears there, just to give the idea. Yeah, it's just some more hair tucked behind the ears. And then we just have this part, which again just goes around the ear. Kind of like here as well. Again, look at the reference, that seems to be the case. Which means it's also over here a bit. I guess in the end, it's just a way to show, like, yes, it's just like coming from behind the head. Stuff like this is definitely going to go on a layer that's behind, like, the head and body. One last thing. Gotta get this little guy in. Okay, let's make sure I have enough space on my tablet to actually move my hand for this. All right, that's good. Okay. So we get something like this. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, those little dots will go over the hair, but I'm okay with that. Okay, now to figure out what parts I just want to have on a lower layer. Alright. Well, obviously, like, from here all the way to, like, here, I definitely want this part to be on a layer that I can have, like, behind the body. Granted, with the hand, I can literally just move it in front, so I don't have an issue with that part. I just have an issue with this part here, and okay, this part's okay if it's like basically covering the ear, because this part of the hair would be basically in front of it for the most part. I'd say it's probably like this section here, and of course this section here that I want to cut. So okay. Okay. And yeah, now it's more obvious that it is behind there. Of course, this part is in front because the hair is actually going in front of the shoulder. Okay, looks like I need to cover up this little transition area. Perfectly fine with that. Okay. Yeah. Just these parts. And then can I... Oh, okay. Merge player below. Okay, makes a weird little discoloration, but I can deal with that. Alright. Okay, I think I got the hair where I want it to be. Yeah, I might as well get like some of... Oh, okay, almost forgot. I kind of need to connect. That on this layer, I need to connect these. But not that low. Needs a bit of a curve to it. Okay, that actually seems good. I can just, like, clean it up with the eraser. Let's shrink it down now. All right. Oh. Okay, yeah, I do have a few things I want to get in here. So let's fill this section in. And on this entire section is this, let me shrink down to a smaller size. Okay, let me see if I can kind of sharpen this part. Okay. Gotta get rid of this extra. Okay, that looks good. And the hair, the hair kind of does reach a point. Like this. Still kind of soften out that point, right? Yeah, I want to. Okay. Well, first. Yeah. Nope. Wrong way to go about it, sorry. Okay, might just be better to clear out this whole part and just redraw the line entirely. Okay, that looks better. Now I start kind of here. Okay. I'll need to smooth that out a bit. Go down. Say about. Okay, I think about that far is good. And just kind of go back up like that. Maybe a bit more like this. Okay, actually, no, not that much. All right. Okay. All right. Now to make 2 new layer folders. Hair front and hair back. And I just realized out the way I set up the cuts. Yeah, I can't really do a fill. At least not easily. Oh well. Okay, let's at least get basic hair color up. And then just gotta go in and touch it up in some places. Alright. Let's see if I can at least try and figure something out. Like, let's say I do something like this. You know, it does everything. But if I do refer to all layers, then it'll only do that part. If I turn off the body here, okay, then it'll do all that. Alright. That works. Because we can go in here, here, and just do that. And then I have to go through and, again, just touch up the edges. I think it actually got most of the edges pretty good, honestly. Some little corners obviously got missed, but I mean, all in all, it did pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah, I also want to fill in. Okay. So actually, let's turn this back on. And I'll just do something like this around it. I can fill this in by hand. It's not too big, so the fill tool isn't exactly going to be necessary. right. And just something like that should work. And I can fill in here. And then just cover that part. All right. And now for this section. This or so. I can then turn off the body again. Okay. And now I can just go in here. Select that spot. Do fill. Yeah, and you can't even, like, you can't even see a line because it's under the other red. So that's nice. Okay. All right. Now to fill in these parts. Okay, so looking at it, it's very... Actually, I already had them here, so like, why not just use these again? All right, fill that in, then fill this in. And, okay. Now I've still got the back section there, but that's also going to be on another layer, so... So we got the hair all set up. A lot quicker than it normally happens for me, so that's nice. So Wait, is Microsoft just not making another console or something? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not too surprised. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that'd be a great thing if you got a if the console war could stop being a thing, but well, people on the internet love having stupid stuff to argue over, so that's not gonna happen. I wish it would happen, but we're not gonna be that lucky. Okay. So that section, this section. Okay, it's looking pretty good. All right. You know, actually, I'm wondering if I should, like, try and, like, save this color palette to a... Actually, yeah, that might just be something I do off stream. Just take this color palette I have here and then just kind of copy it over onto a, like, new... like a new project, and then just actually have everything labeled. Just so I can more easily figure out, like, okay, so what's the color I'm using for this shade? What's the color I'm using for the hair, clothes? Yeah, honestly, I'd probably be... Yeah, I think I'll do that. Although, right now, I need to take a little break to get some more water. So, we'll just go here. And it shouldn't take me too long to get it, so you guys just sit tight. Be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I got a full glass of water. And I think, yeah, just that little stand up and walk was just what I needed to kind of just not feel as kind of lethargic and tired and stuff. So that was good. I know a bit of Three Houses lore. Not a lot, but well, with it being out for as long as it has been, and well, the internet being the internet, I've learned a bit through just like general osmosis. And I do think, yeah, I think I looked up it, like I read its TV tropes entry, so I've got some information on it, but I haven't played it, so it's a bit of a toss-up. Okay. Let me just smooth that. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Okay, if I remember, Rhea is like basically the Pope in Three Houses, if I'm remembering right. Because I know that Byleth has like a goddess in them, but I don't think that's Rhea. I can't remember like the name of that goddess. Sophis, yeah, that was it, Sophis. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, I remember who, like, Rhea and Sophis are, and again, like I said, never played it, but I've seen it a lot online. Okay. You know, I think with this one, I'm not gonna bother like drawing out the full outfit like I did here, because this one feels like it's more simplified. Okay. Okay, now I get what you're talking about. Having Rhea in the place of Sonya, and then Demetrius, the first king of Hyrule. Okay, yeah. A bit funny. Okay. Thought something felt a bit off. Forgot to draw the little guy on this side. Oh. Wrong color, Cyrus, wrong color. Okay. And let's fill and then touch up the little corner bit here. And then go here to smooth this into a point like so. Okay, that looks better. But yeah, I definitely feel like for this one, I'm having it a lot more simplified, so it's... Yeah, because I think, like for most of my ones are a bit simplified. I'm not going to worry too much about about drawing the actual outfit. And that way I can just do the shading on the face and the shading in the hair, and it's done and good. I mean, so far I'm liking how this looks, and also I don't want to bother trying to draw the glove on the hand here. Okay, so with that decision made, let's get to this. Okay, so first, let's grab my highlight color. And yeah, so we're going full on here. No, go from here right over to this. And something like that. Okay, for the Sheikah researcher, specifically the researchers, Pura was the researcher and so is Robbie. Paya was Impa's granddaughter. Don't know if she exactly helped too much with any research, other than in Tears of the Kingdom when she's in charge of Sheikah Village and is just kind of helping with the archaeological research of the floating rings that fell, so. Yeah. Sometimes you can just, like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Sometimes I can remember the character, but I just can't remember their name. Like, I know what role they play in the story, what they did, and all that, but the name escapes me. Okay, looks like that's something I'm gonna have to touch up. Alright, get that. edge should be a bit more of a flat face. Gonna curve in with that. Okay, that looks good. Then maybe I want to move it around a bit. Oh. Maybe a bit here-ish. And might want to rotate it a bit like so. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Yeah, honestly, I think after the stream ends and like after I have my dinner, I'm probably just going to make a palette file and just like get all of these colors on there and actually label them like hair base, hair highlight, hair shade 1, hair shade 2, just stuff like that, so I have an easy to access resource for later. There we go. Because, I mean, honestly, it's not gonna take me too long to actually just go and do that. I already have pretty much all the colors I use in the other, like, emote file I was working on. So I just need to go to that one and just reference that and then also just figure out, like, okay, wait, what color was I using this for? Okay. That's better. All right. Okay, time to start getting the other hair shades up. So I wonder. Okay, yeah, I can use the fill tool for this. All right. Okay, so let's first figure out the edge, so I don't really have to worry about getting anything too mixed up. Although I also want to check something. Yeah, no, they're different colors. No. Okay. So I start from here. And let's probably just go across like this. And then we just end like that. So now okay, I need to figure out like why it's not noticing what I just put down. And also I'm gonna need to erase this because I didn't realize it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Get that off that layer. Put it here on this layer. And then turn that layer off. Okay, now I want that layer on. Why the hell is it not recognizing this? What, do I need to extend these out further or something? I mean, you'd think it'd be able to recognize, like, oh, that's a different color there. I should treat this as a different selection. Okay, so that's not how that works. Because for refer to all layers, it just ignores the line I put down. Which I don't want it to do that. Okay, what if let's try something else. So let's do a select that. And I just put in invert. Or actually, let's make that another layer. just put some black here. Okay. So now, let's refer to all layers. Okay, now that works. Wow, that's annoying. Oh, wait. I want to do that. Much better. Okay. Oh yeah, and I don't want to do that because I do need to actually... Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I guess it could get new content. I mean, I guess honestly it depends on exactly like when the original Fire Emblem Warriors was made and if the developers want to like put any new content in it. I guess that would be the big sticking point. Okay, let's get rid of that layer. I'm gonna need to do a little stuff here. All right. Yeah, I mean, not surprising that Mario Wonder is getting some new content, still a relatively new game. Yeah, maybe Pauline would show up. In the end, it's going to depend on what the developers want to do. I realized this should actually have been going up a lot more. I should not be erasing though. And, well, actually, I wasn't erasing, I was just using the wrong color. Yeah, it's more around here. All right. Well, yeah, that could definitely be some interesting content. But yeah, I mean, it's not just that it's old, it's that do they have any teams that are free to actually work on new content for the, like, Switch 2 edition would be the biggest thing. Yeah, because I mean, they already have a new Fire Emblem game in the pipeline. But of course, I also don't know exactly how they have, like, all their creative teams set up. And depending on what they might want to implement as new content, it might be like a pretty easy thing to do. It might just be like actually implementing some stuff that they had to cut for like whatever reason before that they actually want to include. Like, the ball's in their court now, so it's pretty much up to them what they want to, like, what they want to do with these Switch 2 editions. Okay, so now for this side. Okay, yeah, start kind of above here. And then we go down like that. Got it. Turn it in and go like that. Okay, now let's see if it's going to work on this side or if I'm gonna have to do the, like, okay. Gonna have to do the little black line hack. Okay, new layer. Invert. Swap to black, and let's just get this set up. I'm probably gonna have to do this for the second shade too, now that I think about it. Yeah, I can't really think of any other games like getting massive new content for like a Switch 2 edition. Although I mean, yeah, party game like Mario Party Jamboree be like fairly easy to come up with new content. It would just be new games. Like maybe focusing on some that like pretty much just use something that the Switch 2 can do that the Switch 1 couldn't. Now, I'll take your word on Superstars being mediocre. Alright. Okay, I can at least cover up these areas. Ah, okay, yeah. If it's a Mario Party game without any boards or like mini games, then okay, yeah, I could definitely, yeah, I can understand the mediocre accusations. Okay. Alright, let's just cover up this little bit here. Don't want this line to stick out after all. Give that little spot. Okay, and now for this portion down here. Yeah, figure something out. Curves around here and pokes its way in here. We're coming out like this, going over here, and then just kind of going here. Okay, now just continue this down here. Alright. And again, probably gonna have to use... Yep. I'm gonna have to block it off again. So first, go here, get this layer set up. All right, that one's set up. Then this part here. And then also gonna want to just put a little dollop right there at that section. Okay. Actually, you know, if I turn... Actually, I might not need to worry too much about that, but... Actually, yeah, I probably don't need to worry about that. I just need it here. Because now if I just do this, refer to all layers right here, yeah, it just fills that in. Although wait, no, that's not what I want. No, I want it to be in this. Why is it going out there? Okay, what the hell is wrong with this? Like, you'd think this would be... Like, you'd think this would work. It would be able to recognize it. But for some reason, no. It just decides, okay, you want to include this. No, I don't want to include that. Okay, maybe if I... Let's just try one more time. If I do it like this, now I can even turn off the actual like the actual hair outline. If that'll help. Okay, now, why is it not recognizing the inside of this? That I don't want. Okay. All right, that works. That works much better now. Okay. God, trying to work with a fill tool is a pain. But okay. Oh. Wrong layer. Fill these sections in. Get rid of this annoying little faint line. And okay. I'd say that's a good amount of progress. If I could get the fill tool to actually like work with me, it'd be a lot easier, but sometimes these things just don't want to help you out at all. But all right, that's a good stream for today. An hour longer than my usual art streams, but I was able to get more work done, so I think it's worth it. And I mean, it's on a Sunday, so it's not that bad. But yeah, I'll be ending the stream now. So let's see who's on right now that I can raid. Okay. We'll raid into Bella the Vamp, because right now she's also working on art, so it just seems like a nice place to raid into. And she's a nice artist, and she's fun to listen to. Alright, so let's start the raid. Okay, so next stream will be on Wednesday. We'll be doing more of Battle Network 4, and I'll probably be doing a bit of, well, we'll probably start with a bit of ship grinding, just to actually, just to build a bit of a better folder. It's early game, it's rough, and I just want something that flows a lot better. But anyway, that's going to happen on Wednesday, starting at 11 a.m. as usual. So I hope I'll see you guys there. But, alright, time to get to the outro. For everyone who came here, for everyone who came in, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you. It's always nice to have you guys. Now I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you all on Wednesday. Let's raid. Okay, and for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending the stream now, and I hope to see you all on Wednesday as well. Goodbye.